Hello! I mentioned I was going to be updating about what video games I own physically. This is part one of two parts for PlayStation 2 because I have way too many of them. I started with the ones that are the hardest to get to because I'm in the back of my closet. Kind of hard to get to because I don't tend to play my PlayStation 2 all that often. Not that these games are bad, they're just. I'm not playing them. Alrighty. I really don't know where to start, so I'm just gonna pick up a stack and go with it. So, in no particular order or preference, I will tell you that this one I know I had buried because I don't really intend to play this unless somebody absolutely requests it because I don't know how to play it. Resident Evil Outbreak. It ain't from a lack of trying. I've tried to beat this game 5 times. I just keep getting confused and lost. Man, it's old. It has one of them yellow used stickers on it. But yeah, absolutely no clue what I'm doing with this game. I'd have to look up a guide probably if I was to ever do anything with it. So it just kind of sat in the back of Who Cares Land. Alright, and then we got I call these my Yu-Gi-Oh collection. You got Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelist of Roses. And mine did not come with the cards because it's used. I kind of wish it did though because these cards they're kind of cool. I mean, they're nothing special. It's just a little magnet guy. I don't know. Robot dude. And the super robot dude. I have no clue. People who are more familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh would know what those cards are more than I would. You cannot read that text. That is too small. All right. Now, regardless, whatever those limited edition cards are, who cares? But yeah, it's a card game. The goal is you make a good deck and you win. It's a War of the Roses and you choose a side. Across medieval Europe, Yugi and Seto's descendants clash. Descendants of Yugi and Seto clash again. Okay, I just thought it was Yugi and Seto, but it's their descendants, I guess. I don't know. This one was actually more interesting because rather than cards, they're little figures that wiggle around. Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monster Coliseum. But the problem with them not being cards is it makes it harder to learn what the heck you're doing. This is the other one that I got it used, so it did not have the 3 cards inside. Which looks like a Shark Man, an anime chick, and a golem dude. So, whatever. That's neither here nor there. Most of these games I got used. Jeez. And then finally, I skipped out of the Yu-Gi-Oh! And went into Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, the beginning of Destiny. So. And yet again, I got it used, so I did not get whatever these cards are. Though I do know, based on the purple thing, 2 of them are trap cards. They're spell trap cards. Generally, these are trap cards. And the other's a monster. That one. Yeah, you combine with Tag Force 2 on PSP for more fun. How would that work? I'm wondering if it didn't use you had to have the fat PlayStation 2. There was a box you could put in it and connect it to the internet. I wonder if that was required to do that. You can't connect the PSP to the internet either, so that ain't even possible. But whatever. Duel against characters from the anime. I think that was the main reason I got this, because the anime was on at the time. And I was like, hey, that's cool. Okay. Alright. People say this game is good, but I'll be honest with you, I'm lost as I'll get on this game. Wizardry, Tale of the Forsaken Land. So I do have a game guide for this. I do plan to one day unearth this and figure out what the hell. Because I couldn't even figure out what to do in the first town. I spent an hour walking in circles and going, I don't know what I'm doing. And then I got killed somehow, and I don't even know what I did. So, advanced 3D battle engine. More like get confused and lost. So, fun little thing. I know it says Atlas on here, but from what I understand and what I've read, the people that made this hard, unearthly RPG are the same people that were involved with making the Dark Souls games. And I said that makes so much sense. Because I never could figure out what to do in that game. I actually think I beat this, and then I was doing like the side optional stuff at some point, and couldn't figure out what to do next. So, Naruto Ultimate Ninja. That's another series of anime I need to get around to watching some more. And then, because I liked the first one, I went ahead and got the sequel, Ultimate Ninja 2. I'll be honest, I've not played it. I got distracted. And then, I'm aging myself with a Blockbuster case. Yeah. Whenever they had stuff for sale and were selling stuff, I got this. So, Uzumaki Chronicles 2. I was a child, at least, when I got this. That makes me feel a little better. The fact that I was a teenage child does not make me feel that much better, though. I forgot about going in Blockbuster to get this. Because I know they were closing. I forgot I'd got it there. Okay, is this the game that's not actually... Okay. So, Game Crazy is to blame 100% for this one. Game Case. Fantastic Four. Disc. Rise of the Silver Surfer. This is not my fault. This is Game Crazy's fault. I never picked up on the fact these were two separate games until years later when I came across the actual first Fantastic Four on a shelf. I don't know if I actually bought Fantastic Four at any point, but I have its sequel. I don't know what that counts for. You can tell I went to Game Crazy a lot. Finding Nemo. And by the way, I did have an MVP card. I didn't get rid of that thing until one day I was looking through cards and was like, wait, that place ain't even open. Oh, excuse me. I have no idea what possessed me to buy this at one point, but Monopoly Party. It is not fun. It's Monopoly, people. You ain't getting much more out of that than that. I've not actually played this, and I legit want to check this out because I don't really know much about it, but it looked fun. Tokobot Plus. Mysteries of the Karakuri. Yeah. So it tells you adventure, exploration, and mystery all await you in Tokobot Plus. And then after it just tells you some useless stuff, it tells you strategically control Tokobots by jointing them together in formations. And you find out you can turn them into weapons. So I'm thinking it's like a puzzle / strategic action game. I really have no clue. I just kind of got it because it looked cool. Does this even have any cards in it? I never looked. Probably not. No. Alright, so this is probably the first time I've ever opened this case. It somehow got cut. I don't know. Alright, so Duel Masters. No idea why it says limited edition, other than because it was supposed to have a booster pack inside. Yeah. I've never actually played it. I just knew it was a card game. I have no excuse for myself. Alright. Pirates of the Caribbean, Legend of Jack Sparrow. Um, I don't know. I played like 5 minutes of it and made sure that the game worked. And it does have Johnny Depp's voice in it. But outside of that, I don't know. It's action adventure, so it might be fun. It might not. I don't know. While I may never play this version of this game, I will eventually play Shadow of the Colossus. I'm pretty sure I have a digital version of it on PlayStation Network. But yeah. Shadow of the Colossus. I did play this through the first two bosses. Yes, the first two bosses. And I was lost looking for the third boss when I quit playing because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And plus, by then, the re-release had came out. And I was like, I'll just play the new version eventually. So this is another one I'll probably play the new version of rather than the original. La Pucelle Tactics. This is quite literally a tactical RPG. I got it because I thought it looked cute, and plus I saw that you control like these little monster dudes. And I was like, I can have mushrooms and kitties. Yes. I was into the little mushroom people for some reason at that time because I really liked Maple Story. But yeah. I really don't remember much about this game. I remember trying to play it and getting stuck with some of the difficult battles. But I was younger at the time, so, whatever. So I got Maximo versus the army of Zen. There's a sticker in the way, because life. Like I said, Game Crazy was like my go-to. And then Maximo Ghosts to Glory. I had to look at it. I'm like, I can't read that. Ghosts to Glory. So I believe this is the first game and this is the second one. Do not quote me on that. I believe there's a third title too. These are the only ones I have. The back of this one don't really show you much, but the back of this one kind of gives you like the vibe of like the cartoony style of stuff. So, yeah. A lot of the women have like low necklines and stuff. They kind of try to make them sexy, I guess. I don't know. Most of the time, you just kind of see these derpy looking skeleton men. And you're just like, and dead. It's not a hard game. I beat both of them, but I don't remember anything about them, if that tells you anything. So I do not have them listed in my list of games I've finished, mainly because I don't remember them. I remember them being easy. And I remember thinking that I wanted to complete them once I figured out how easy it was. And that's about all I remember. So, here's a game I never got far in because I have absolutely no idea how to play it. Nano Breaker. I got to like this point in the thing where I couldn't get any further because I kept dying. I'm sure I was just doing something wrong. But yeah, I just got stuck in a death loop. So this is called Forever Kingdom. And it lists itself as a real-time party of adventurers. And honestly, all that means is that battle is really hard and confusing. That's about all I got out of it. I got confused during like the tutorial battle. And I decided I'd go back to it one day when I'm older and understand things. And back of the closet it went. I'll eventually touch it. It is an RPG after all. I do try to do RPGs. Here's an RPG that I really do want to play just because of how absurd and stupid this is. If you have not came across this game ever in your life, watch it on YouTube. It's not worth paying money for it because if you don't own it, you don't need to. Ephemeral. I don't know how to say that word. Fantasia. Half the game is RPG, and half the game is playing random butt music, and I couldn't tell you why. Oh, I nose is itching me. So, tells you there's multiple endings to the story. No idea if I'll ever bother with that. So, I know your goal is, yeah, you're a musician. You must break an evil sorcerer spell over the island by using mystical island items, weapons, and magic. Bring peace and harmony back to the island before it's too late. Or really, like, there's like this time reset aspect that has to do with this instrument, and it don't make any sense. I didn't even realize it was supposed to be time reset until somebody was mentioning it when I was watching a thing that was talking about obscure RPGs that no one's probably never played just because they don't make sense, or they played it and they don't remember it because it didn't make sense. Yeah. In the battle systems, it's a normal RPG. But the chance of seeing that is very, very slim. Is most likely you've made it to the first part where you're to play this weird instrument and quit playing the game. Which that's what I did. Because I said, how do I play this? There's no tutorial. The game just flings you in. Figure it out. So, Draken the Ancient's Gate. I'm pretty sure I just got this because it has a dragon on the cover. Dragons! I have absolutely no idea. Apparently, there are dragon fights and ground fights. The ground fights look kind of derpy. The dragon fights look like that's going to be a headache. Alright, on to more games. Games that I might actually have an inkling of knowledge of what I'm looking at here. Alright, so I didn't actually learn how to play the game very well when I was playing it. But technically, it's like a rhythm music game. It was something to give me a break from Dance Dance Revolution and falling on the floor. So I don't know where I put the art book and the CD, but this came with the art book and a CD because I got it in a box. I got rid of the box to save space because I am a hoarder. No, I just got a lot of video games and I ran out of space. I'm pretty sure the CD is in my cabinet that's just like right over here off screen. And I'm pretty sure the art book would be over there somewhere. Like, over there-ish is a bookshelf. So, I'll be honest. I got this because I don't know. I don't even know why I got this game. Artanelico 2. Melody of Metafalica. I did play some of this game. I love the music. The opening song animation thing had me all like, yeah. And then there was so much dialogue, I got bored. I know I worked on, is there's relationship stuff between the boy and the girls. One girl's nice, one girl's kind of an asshole. But I didn't really get anywhere. Because I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. It does involve, the battles are RPG. But the song magic that the girls use has to do with your friendship with them and figuring out how to friend them and not make them mad is kind of a fun challenge. No, one of the girls is obvious. The other girl, she just doesn't like anything. But I found something she liked and I was like, good? And I haven't played it since. Mainly because I want to get a hold of the first game and then play them in order. Not that I'm sure you need to. I'm pretty sure you don't. Alright, Fantasy Star Universe. I picked this up just simply because I was like, hey, Fantasy Star 1 and 2 are good. Uh, I mean, it's kind of the same. I mean, the battles work the same way. The story, though, is kind of. Huh? Like, the beginning hour of this game, you do nothing but storyline, and you're like, what am I doing? I do want to one day beat it, but the story did not interest me at all. Genji, Dawn of the Samurai. Honestly, I think I picked it up because Samurai. I really don't know. I like random stuff, and that happened to be one of my things at the time. I liked samurai stuff. I don't know. So, Gauntlet, Seven Sorrows. Gauntlet games are pretty fun. They're action games. I mean, I don't think I've ever beat any of them, but I still have fun playing them. Gauntlet Dark Legacy. I always thought that this cover looked wild. Like, I have no clue what is going on. But honestly, I'm frightened of all of them. But yeah. And I think the reason I've never beat any of them is I generally play the Archer, and honestly, the Archer's not good for single player. I'm a goob. Max Payne. I got stuck in this tutorial trying to figure out how to jump on a box or something. I really don't know what I was supposed to be doing, but I was not doing it. Movie ticket inside your root. Van Helsing. I actually played this for like an hour. I was having fun with it. I don't remember much about it. Mainly because like my memory of Van Helsing stuff is just all mixed together into the combined of I like Van Helsing. But it might just be me remembering liking watching it. Some animated movie thing. I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. Okay. Arc the Lad, Twilight of the Spirits. It's an RPG. I really don't remember anything about it. Other than, like, I think there's, like, an evil guy. That's so. Of course, there's an evil guy, but, like, I don't. Yeah. Humans and Deimos have been at war. Yeah. Like, they introduce you to a human and they introduce you to a Deimos. And I was like, oh, I'll get to, like, learn about the Deimos and his. Nope. I was playing as a human. I'm like, you've lost me. I'm not interested anymore. I got excited for something they didn't give me. Alright, so I put a little thing in here so I remember what's in here. It's Warriors of Might and Magic. And that's literally all the disc says. I have literally no clue what this game is. I don't know why I picked it up other than the name. Sounded cool. Dark Angel Vampire Apocalypse. It's like a hack 'em slash dungeon crawler or something. I never really played far. Now, this is a series that I definitely plan to play through. I got bored because of the grinding involved in this game, because this one is hard. The second one is not. Anyway, so Dragon Guard. You pretty early on make a bond with a dragon, although you hate dragons. And you lose your ability to talk, which is a strange price to pay, but okay. But there are air battles with as a dragon, and even in the ground battles, there are times that you can get on the dragon and incinerate your foes. But outside of that, a lot of times you are on the ground. Your weapons level up and stuff. I mean, it's pretty in-depth combat. Square Enix made it. It's fun. The problem is this game is hard. but I like it anyway. I wasn't having any problems necessarily because of the difficulty. My problem was I was getting bored with some of the grinding because I wanted to go ahead and max out stuff as I went along. And I hit my microphone. Each area has like certain missions and stuff, and you could do side quests along the way. It generally that involves being in an arena, beating up the same soldiers by the thousand, and it's kind of like, I don't know how familiar my viewers would be familiar with like Samurai Warriors or Dynasty Warriors or those games. But like in the image here, it shows you like these bunch of dudes just kind of surrounding your guy, and you're just kind of thumping them. That's all you do. You just whack them and 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 whack them until eventually they decide to die. It's repetitive. I'm like, seriously, how much HP do you have, my dude? Dragon Guard 2. It's more of the same, but not as hard and not as many whack-whacks. Plus, there was some difficulty settings on this game, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, and there's also, like, I know you can switch characters on this game. I don't know if you ever get to switch characters on this game. I think you just play as Kaim the whole time. This game, you can play as our main dude-a-majigger, but you also can play as some other people, like this lady. But that's about all I remember about it. I didn't play too far because I want to play the games in order, because there is a storyline. It's not that important, but it is a storyline. I picked this up because it's through the Forgotten Realms, and I was super curious. It's called Demon Stone. I honestly don't know anything about it because I've not actually played it. It tells you 3 warriors, a fighter, a rogue, and a sorcerer, on a fateful journey of redemption. Switch characters on the fly to control them as you battle onslaught of vicious enemies. And you got the voices of Patrick Stewart and Michael Clark Duncan. Okay. And it features pick up and play combat from one-on-one fighting to colossal melee attacks. I guess I have no clue. It just looked cool. I don't have to make sense, I suppose. This game I played quite a lot before I got stuck and couldn't figure out how to get past a particular battle. Magna Carta Tears of Blood. This is a tactical RPG of sorts, and it's freaking awesome. It's hard, but it's awesome. It's another one of those RPGs that has a lot of really cool, like, animated cutscenes and opening anime song. I got into it, and I was loving it, and then I got stuck on this battle, and I was like, I don't know what to do. One day, I do want to get the sequel. The sequel, I believe, only came out on the Xbox 360, though, for whatever reason, which is weird. It's like, why did they put it on a different system? I don't know. Dance Dance Revolution X. So this one actually came with a dance mat. I do not have the dance mat anymore because I fell and hurt myself. And I told myself, controller from now on. This is the only Dance Dance game I actually beat the storyline stuff on. Played through every song in the storyline to the point of unlocking their story, and unlocked a bunch of songs that way. But then I figured out that each of those missions has multiple songs, and that beating all the songs unlocks even more stuff. And then I was like, I'm not playing anymore. Couldn't reach my stack, and I need to sneeze. Alright. Dance Dance Revolution Supernova 2. It's Dance Dance. What do you want? Dance Dance Revolution Supernova. Or Dance Dance. DDR Max Dance Dance Revolution. I told you I got a lot of Dance Dance games. Dance Dance Revolution Extreme 2. DDR Max 2 Dance Dance Revolution. Or is it DDR Max Dance Dance Revolution 2? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Dance Dance Revolution Disney Channel Edition. I have not actually played this one. The other ones, I looked through the song list at least before throwing them to the side. This one is looked at the back, and I was like, okay. It has Get Your Head in the Game from High School Musical. It has Girl Power from Cheetah Girls. And it has the Kim Possible theme song from the Kim Possible show. It says it has 40 songs. I don't know. Does it even tell you what songs are in it? It just tells you how to play a dancing game. Like, duh. Everybody knows that. Give us like a music list. Don't just tell us what series is they're from. Who cares? They got songs apparently from Hannah Montana, High School Musical, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, That's So Raven, Cheetah Girls, and Kim Possible. I'm pretty sure I only picked it up for High School Musical, Cheetah Girls, and Kim Possible. Because I don't care about Hannah Montana, I don't care about That's So Raven, and I never watched Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Whatever. It's not like I could stream those games anyways. Those are games I had to just play in private because music copyrights. Alright, Wild Arms 3. This is RPG that I need to play. I've only, like, in the last 2 years, finally got around to playing through and finishing the first Wild Arms on PlayStation 1, digitally. And I liked it. I mean, it's really long. And luckily, it does have, like, a glitch you can exploit to not have to level up all day. But, man, is it a long game. The original American release of Final Fantasy 12. This is where everybody's ability board thing is the same. And they all are clones of each other. Which, in one sense, makes the game easier, but in another sense makes it battles boring. Because you just kind of have them all do the same thing for the most part. I didn't make it far in that one. I actually made it farther in Zodiac Age. And I've not beat either of them. Terrible. So one of these days I want to play this. So Wild Arms Ultra Code F. So this is the same as Wild Arms. But this is like, I don't know, more anime design to it. And mine does, in fact, come with the little anime. It's episode 1 of the Wild Arms Twilight Venom anime. I do know that I like the art style in this game. It is nice. But I didn't really play it very far. Because I was like, it's the same story. I'm not playing that back to back. I just played it long enough to be like, okay, yeah, it's identical story. Everything is the same. Area-wise and story-wise. It's just 3D and PlayStation 2 graphics instead of older graphics. Alright. Then Wild Arms 4, which I think I have a note in here. Yes, so there's a boss named Farmel in this stupid game. And you have to do a specific order of stuff. At least that's the only way I could beat him. Number 1, have Yuli use Gather. Number 2, have Arnaud isolate Farmel. Number 3, if he uses Barrier, regular attack. If he uses Fortress, magic attack. If he uses Darkness, do not attack him. Yeah. That was one of them fights. Plus, this girl here, her artwork reminds me of Valkyria Chronicles for some reason. I'm weird. That's just all I remember about it. I knew there was a reason I wrote that down, but that's all I remember. I was just like, okay. Is that I tried to do a little research before I play a game, and I found out that that particular boss has only one method to beating him, or you die and die and die. All right, so Xenosaga, I got 1, 2, and 3. Episode 1, Der Wills der Macht. I forget what that means. I used to know what these each meant, but, whatever. And then Xenosaga 2, Jinsetsu von Gutenbones, Bows, I'm not sure. I know Und is and, but I don't remember. And then episode 3, this one's a little easier to translate. Also sprach Zarathustra. So spoke Zarathustra. And I was like, dang it, Zarathustra's the one thing I wanted translated. Zarathustra is like a deity. I couldn't really make sense of it myself, personally. I just came to the conclusion that it didn't matter. But yeah, these are all like RPGs of a sort, I guess. I never made it very far because I got stuck in the like stealth sequence at the beginning of this game and was completely confused as to what I was supposed to be doing. And then I finally made it past that sequence whenever I picked it up like several days later after I took a break because I was so mad at it. And I was like, I finally made it past that. I saved the game. And then I was like, I'm tired. Because it took me like 3 hours to figure out. I was just walking past something that was on the right side because it's outside the camera view. It happens in games. What can I say? Alright, so that is the first half of my games. These are the games that I put them in the back of the closet because will I play them eventually? Yes. Are they at the top of my list? No way whatsoever. So, now we've got past the games that I kind of was like, about. The next half will be the games that I probably have more to say about and I'm much more eager to play. Until then, thank you for watching. Bye.